There you are.
There you go.
So that was the ET sequel was weird. Uh,
Yeah, so that's the one, and I've been so happy reading like all these threads about like how what exactly is being showcased here. So today we're gonna actually fucking debunk all of it and disappoint so many people because people read into this way too much. In certain aspects, it's great because it gives us clues as to what people want.
yeah, it's
Um,
really fun. It's really fun to see all that stuff.
yeah.
And a
Uh,
lot of the time when we are a little vague or we hide little features in there, it's specifically because we love seeing the conspiracy theories and
yes.
it's really fun. We love it.
Yes, and partly so I've intentionally built this like base, whatever, intentionally kind of weird just because I wanted to see this type of discussion. So there are a few cases where like I've clipped power lines through the buildings and whatnot just to make it look like, and it's not to be like mean or anything. I just think it's funny to do that because people figured it out. Like people have like I've legit seen people that figure that shit out. So that's impressive. Okay, so the main things that we're showcasing in this video are the jump pads, and the new jump pads are awesome. Like the old ones, you had to like place them and then kind of jump and like try it out and like die until you figure it out. We showcased that on our stream last week with Jace, fucking working on the jump pad in his own base.
Yeah.
And it was so like frustrating because we were doing that. I was just sitting there like, Jace, like this is so easy in the new jump pads. So now we have like video evidence of like this is what like it's kind of like TV infomercials where it's like before and after.
Yeah.
So you kind of have that. So we gotta grab that from the stream, like play it black and white, and then showcase that teaser after that. So it's way easier now. You get to see like the jump segmentations. One caveat with that is that so we don't have deterministic physics in the game. So we can't like with 100% accuracy say like this is exactly what's going to happen in the simulation that's coming.
Well, Smith has just written that the old ones doesn't even hit the same place 10 out of 10 times.
Yeah, like
So
even then.
these things are going to be more of like a guideline.
Yeah, but they are way better. Like they are more predictive. I don't know exactly what we've changed in that department, but I've like jumped on them back and forth, and they pretty much worked like almost every single time. There are a few cases where like you need to do a little bit of guiding when you're jumping on it, but it's like it's way better. One thing that I'm kind of hoping that we'll be able to get in for the update that's not in the current build, I believe, is that like so it's like segmented like so like, when you're scrolling it like jumps. I would like to have so that's it's also like stepless, so it gives you a little bit more freedom. Because sometimes when you're like different heights and it's like it's divided, so if you're building on a foundation grid you're kind of locked in the grid, which made that demo or like that save file that I worked on a little bit tricky, because sometimes it wouldn't fit like the distance, so I would have to like rebuild it. But hopefully we're gonna fix that so that won't be an issue. And one thing that I didn't showcase in the teaser is that you can angle them way more now. Like you can almost make a wall. And one thing that I also didn't showcase in the teaser is you can also place them on fucking ceilings and walls, which I didn't know when I made the teaser, and I wish I did because I would wanted
you
to
can
make
place
like
what on ceilings and walls? Sorry, I
the
was doing
jump
something.
pads. You can place the jump pads on ceilings and walls and shit.
Really?
Yeah, which I didn't think of trying. I hope that's true, but that's what the developer told me who made it. So I wish I'd made like a room with just jump pads and you just walk into and just fucking fling around in it. So that's something that community can do. First one to do it gets a cookie or something. So that's pretty dope. I'm looking forward to that. I gotta try that out.
Jump out on the ceiling will be so useful.
I don't remember. Maybe you couldn't place it on the ceiling, but for sure for walls.
That's great. That's really good.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool. And yeah, like you can also angle them way more. So like the you can almost angle them like completely 90 degrees vertically. So it was kind of hard to showcase it. But if you have like jumps where you land on the side of it, you can just like bounce straight back out. So there's like they're way more. You can do way more with them essentially, and I think people would use them more because I think like when we introduced hypertubes, people like stopped using the jump pads. But now I think it'll be much better. Yeah, pinball machine. Somebody needs to make like a pinball ping pong room.
Oh, good. Now I can hit rock bottom even faster.
So I don't know if you can place the jelly mats on walls as well, but somebody wants to try that. Yeah, somebody try that.
Someone's saying Aerial Faith play it exactly same as Portal, basically. And yeah, the jump pads and all the teasers that we've been putting out are for this coming update at like the end of the month.
Yes.
So it's not update 4. Update 4 is next year, beginning of next year.
So jumping on the next feature that we're also showcased in this teaser was the fact that when you're pulling wires now from stuff and you aim at walls and ceilings, it will automatically switch from the power poles to, you know, whatever mount that you need. So if you're aiming at the wall, it will automatically create a regular Mark 1 wall mount. And if you aim it at the ceiling, like you can see in the trailer, it will mount it to the ceiling.
I'll play the trailer again at the end of this section for those of you who are hearing this stuff but didn't notice it in the trailer. And also there's some people who showed up who didn't see the trailer, just, you know, they just showed up now. So we'll talk more about all these features and then we'll play the trailer again so you can look for it.
Yes. Can you have like it running while we're talking about it? If you open like a YouTube tab or something.
Give me a sec. I should be able to do that.
I can keep talking. So so it automatically switches. One thing, so we're not introducing powered walls, which a lot of people really thought we were. And people were pointing out that like when I aimed at like certain of the power connectors, it would show like 0 out of 4 connectors. So we're like, how are you getting power? The thing with like the double mounted wall thingamajigs is that they will only showcase one side. So they were connected on the other side and they will feed electricity through, which they do already. So that's why it looked like the walls were powered, but they were in fact not. And some people noticed that and some people didn't.
I got it working, by the way.
Oh, shit. Nice. But yeah, it switches automatically. So like there's way less like switching in the build menu, which is super nice. One thing also with the jump pads that some people noticed is that it doesn't automatically like immediately swing me, and that's already in the game. It's when you build it, it will run the build effect, and then once that's done, then the jump pad becomes active. So that's why it didn't like shoot me off immediately. I saw a lot of people thought that like either you had like more control over that, but no, it's still automatic. And yeah, like the fucking moon, it's beautiful. Another thing that people noticed. So by the way, this moon is already in the game. I know a lot of people saw like, oh, are you adding a new moon to the game? It's like, no, it's already in the game.
This is just an ET reference.
Yeah, this is an ET reference.
That's all it is.
It's not the actual moon because the actual moon is way smaller and it moves like above the skyline. So what that actually is, one of the developers were sure to point this out to me when we talked about it because he's like, that's not a moon, you dummy. But it's one of the planets. There's like 2 or 3 planets that are like turning around or like rotating around Massage
2ABB.
2ABB. So it's one of those, and like during certain times of the night, it will turn like white.
What's the suspicious building in the distance? A lot of people have been talking about this.
Oh yeah. Do
you have an image of that somewhere? I can.
Let's save that. I think yeah. I can. Okay. I think I can find the image for you though. I think I sent it to you on Teams.
I'll look for it now.
So no wall mount. No powered walls. And one other thing that people pointed out is that night seems to be brighter, which is also, I guess, a little bit unfortunate because it's probably because of the capture quality, and we caught it because we haven't really done anything with night. We are gonna do something with the like nighttime being too dark, and like I think it's also one thing that's pretty good to notice is this as well. A lot of people thought this was way better, and that just gives to show that like the problem is like that there's still stuff we can do with night to make it better. Like it, and I've noticed this a lot when I played Ghost of Tsushima recently. Where like nighttime is way better in that game. So it really is like I think it's more of a gamma thing, or like, and we also don't have that setting in the game, which also makes it harder. But that's unfortunately not in the Fluid update. It just happened to look like it. What else? Yeah, so let's talk about that secret building in the background, right?
I just got it in time. Hang on, give me 1 second.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, I think we're good. Give me 1 second here.
Mm-hmm. Whoa, geez, that's not a. What are you showing me? Oh my God, Jace, put on some pants. Oh my God, wow, Jace.
I'm not pulling a tube in, all right? This is taking a little longer than expected.
Oh yeah, and one more thing that I noticed that's also kind of unfortunate. So the power poles in the background, there's like I'm using the Mark III power poles. There's apparently some kind of like graphical issue on that build I was running that like rendered some kind of weird box. I don't know why that happened. And I didn't even notice it when I was making it, but yeah, they wanted to point that out. They wanted me to point that out as well. That's kind of odd, and that's not supposed to be there. A lot of people were like speculating about it, but no one really like had anything like, what could this be used for? It's just like a glitch, unfortunately.
Okay, so all right, here I'm gonna bring in the secret building. This is the suspicious building.
The secret building
that people have been talking about.
Yeah, new building ? In the distance. What is that?
All right, let's just see if I can zoom in a little here.
Yeah. Fucking how hard can you zoom in? Here. Angry Windows noises.
Can you see it, you guys? Can you see it?
What is that in the distance? So that was not intentional. For one thing.
Yeah.
that wasn't intentional to be in that save. I didn't even
enhance more. Nice pixels. Yeah, I know. The image is small. Hang on a second.
So I can say one thing about that.
This is the same as a UFO sighting, you guys. Like, this is about the same quality here. Look.
Yeah. I can say one thing about that is that that's part of this week's teaser. That whole like, maybe not. Yeah, I don't know how far I'll go in, but that
CIS Coffee State Edition,
Twilight theme too. Is that Bigfoot? Is that the real Bigfoot?
Yep.
So yeah, like that tube in the corner. That building is part of this week's teaser. Wait, it's not done though.
The big gray thing?
Yeah, the gray thing.
All right. So I'm putting the gray thing in the middle right now. Okay. See that on the corner.
This is the top quality stream you all joined in for.
I mean, this feels like a conspiracy theories stream right now. Where we're like,
it is. I mean, it is. Look, and we're fueling the fire. Let's do it.
Look, guys, look.
So that's the start of me starting to build this week's teaser.
Can you guys see? This is what they don't want you to know. Right?
Yeah. Back and to the left. Back and to the left.
God damn. All right, I'm gonna switch back to us now. Okay.
Yeah, do it.
Wait, that's not right. Hang on a second.
This one? Put on some pants, dude. Oh, don't tell me what to do.
There, I think we're good.
Yeah,
I think we're good now.
So that was not, so that building was not intentional to be there. Like, that was me starting to work on it, and then I was like, fuck, I have to do this first.
Yeah. How big is it? I don't even know what that thing was. Snutt, Snutt's working on the video. Someone else before, when's the next teaser? We put out videos every Thursday. So the teasers are they're taking the Thursday slot of the regular schedule. So it'll be out on Thursday. So in 2 days.
Mm-hmm. And it's gonna be hype.
And we're gonna have the teaser done early. So we might do a premiere on YouTube to see how that works out.
First, it might be done today. We'll see.
And we could give it to you today.
But we're not gonna. What was I gonna say?
It looked like a tractor. It was a really big tractor.
It's not a tractor. I can tell you that much.
Oof, is it a
Yeah,
spike? Is it
so one thing also a lot of people were
Doggo
speculating
Butcher? Sorry, go on.
about this week was also that power, like everything is powered with biomass generators. I promise everything is powered by biomass generators, but there are a few lines that aren't connected. Ooh, ooh, and I don't know if I can. Oh shit. I don't know if I can. Maybe we can showcase it after the next teaser goes out because I don't want to do it this week. But everything like it's a valid save. But it's a bit funny because I've placed biomass generators inside every single building that you can and cannot see. And I've clipped all the power lines. So one thing that people failed to notice in the video was that power also comes through the train station. So what I've done is I've pulled power from that like glass box all the way through the map to like a train station that's way in the distance. And then I have the train station come back to that train station, and that's what's powering all those like
Wow. Snoot got really bored making this video.
Yeah. It was actually kind of out of necessity because I was like, fuck, I don't like when I was jumping around, I like didn't have power after I built it, so I died a couple of times and I was like, fuck, and I just pulled power from the nearest like whatever I found. So it's a bit messy.
So wait, what did we mess up? What was not included?
So yeah, okay. So the sitting down thing, like that. So that's apparently not coming in this fluid update. That's me messing up because the way we created these builds was like I kind of like threw shit together in my own custom build to be able to showcase some of this stuff because it wasn't ready when I was making the video. But now it is, and that happened to bring in some stuff that's like not at all part of this update, but it's coming for update 4, and one of those things were that sitting down thing, and it's not an emote, unfortunately. A lot of people were guessing that it's an emote. It's actually when you're AFK, so when you leave the session, instead of just having the pioneer just standing around looking like a doofus, she will sit down and have a cup of nutmeg coffee.
Nutmeg coffee. but a lot of people are like, you guys were really hyped for being an emote. So I don't know, like maybe I don't know. I'm just saying maybe we should take that and maybe do it.
Yeah, and see what we can do about that. But that's coming later down the line. That's that. So you got a little sneak peek of something in update 4.
I guess this is something that might help with when people see like have that bug where they see a clone of themselves when they rejoin the game. Must be really jarring just seeing a character standing there.
Yeah.
Right? But if it's sitting, it might give you a bit more of an idea of like, okay, something is like, I don't know. Rather than like a random model is here. It's like, oh.
Yeah, exactly. It helps. It also helps like when people are literally AFK and they're just standing around. So you can differentiate between who's like not in the session and who's actually in the game, but they're not playing.
Right. Right.
Or like in the session playing, and that's also something for like dedicated servers because it makes it way more like clear on who's actually playing and who's not with that, and it's pretty cute, and it's and that's everything in the teaser. That debunked all of it. And the update is not coming. Like that's the no.
Yep.
Or is it?
Or is it? I think we're actually going to be on time this time. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Now users will be able to tell themselves from like the Phantom. Exactly.
Well,
I guess you could always tell yourself from them, but now you've got some idea of what's going on.
And hopefully also for update 4, we'll have some kind of workaround or fix for that issue with having, when you're playing offline, having like pioneers spawn in randomly and stuff like that.